Hello and welcome to Star Citizen. My name is evenleasesc, and today I have a very big question, and that is the Argo Raft 3.24's Cargo King? Now, there's a lot of people out there that instantly just went, no, because there's things like the Constellation Taurus, the C2 Hercules, the M2, and the A2 Hercules as well. But the big question is how much time you want to spend loading your cargo and, the pros and cons to each one of these options. Now, this ship, I feel like, is in a very good place right now due to its price point in and outside of the game compared to a lot of those other options. This ship runs you $125 if you were to buy it on the pledge store, and if you were to get it in game, it's $3,543,750 aUEC, which honestly, inside and outside of the game, that is a beautiful price point for what it can do. You got to ask yourself, well, what can this ship do for you? Well, let's talk about my top 3 reasons why I feel like this ship belongs in anybody's hangar if you like running cargo. Now, first of all, this ship here has a very amazing looking design. It's got a very industrial look to it. And if you love having a great interior, allowing you to live peacefully in the verse with beds and kitchen and a nice restroom and good amount of armor space and space for your weapons, this thing comes with it all. Looking at the interior right now, this thing just has a fantastic living space, allowing you and your co-pilot to live comfortably while taking long-distance trips. Speaking of those long-distance trips, it comes with 27,585 quantum fuel. You can't beat that at this price range. That is an amazing amount of quantum fuel with how much you can carry. So let's talk about point number 2. It can carry 96 SCU of cargo, whether that is 3 32 SCU containers or split down to 96 1 SCU container boxes. It can do it, and it can do it using the exterior loading method on the outside of the ship, allowing you a very big ease of loading your ship and offloading your ship without having to open or go up and down a ramp, go up and down an elevator, none of that. You can load all of this effectively from outside of the ship, which is such a pleasant experience, and it's a very quick experience as well. Now, my third point here is just kind of the overall value of the vehicle with everything combined. This thing just has a lot going for it. Yes, there are a few issues with the current version of this ship where right now if you leave your pilot seat while the vehicle is in motion, you will potentially fall right through your ship and your ship flies off without you. That is a very big bug. So do not leave your pilot seat while you are in motion or in quantum travel, or your ship and cargo will go without you. Now, outside of that, I mean, you got to just learn the pros and the cons of this ship. If you have trouble taking off, it's best to use the VTOL thrusters on the ship, which it does have. It's amazing. All you do is press K. It'll help lift you off the ground, and then you put the VTOL thrusters back in their normal location. Now, this ship also has 2 entrances, only one from the ground, but it also has an airlock entrance for when it's able to dock on a station or other ships in the future. Speaking of future, this ship in the future will have different abilities, like it'll have potentially a tractor beam controllable by the engineer station on the 2nd floor in the back. If not a tractor beam, you will be able to someday, hopefully, I mean, it's been rumored that you'd be able to control a lot of those cargo arms out there and change the way they're oriented, or, be able to lift and lower them, other types of methods used on those cargo arms. This ship is quite honestly pretty slow, and the maneuverability is not the greatest, but it's still a fantastic competitor out there, especially if you are like me and you don't have much time every day to kind of play the game. It's nice to be able to sit down and be able to effectively, very efficiently load this ship with cargo, make a run, make another run, and call it a night, and you've only spent an hour doing that. Compared to something like the C2 or the Taurus, where you're taking a lot more time because, well, maybe the elevator's not positioned correctly, you got to move things around, or the ship's just massive and you got to run up a huge ramp, and there's really not many tools to help you load stuff very quickly. This ship is in a very good spot at its price point. Obviously, it only carries 96 SCU of cargo, but that's honestly a very big amount of cargo, and it can make you a lot of money running the contracted missions. So let me know what you think of the Argo Raft down below, and do you have one? Or do you prefer something like the Hull A or like the Nomad? Those ships are cheaper, but they're also not able to carry nearly as much, and they don't have room, a seat and a bed for a co-pilot. This ship, having that co-pilot and allowing you to occupy a turret to keep you protected when you're making a nasty jump into pyro, is always a positive when you are flying something with valuable cargo. Again, I really appreciate every one of you, and yes, I did want to make this video because I made a video reviewing this ship just before 3.24 launched, and they did change some stats, and I want to let you know this thing is fantastic. Even at its price point, it is perfectly positioned, I feel like, and it's a great ship. So to answer my question from the beginning of the video, is this 3.24's Cargo King? Potentially, it just depends on you, because honestly, there are a lot of great ships out there that are moving cargo, like the Taurus, like the C2, and many others like the C1 Spirit, but this ship here does allow for a much easier access to its cargo and allowing you to load and offload that cargo in a very short amount of time. In my opinion, this ship here is my Cargo King. What is your Cargo King in 3.24? What have you found to be the most effective platform for you to enjoy the cargo missions that are now available to us? Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the Argo Raft down below in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.